Alright, this is not a gear video. Let's talk about the stars and the moon and how much the sky frustrates me. Frustrates me very much. This is going to be one of the hardest videos ever made, not because it's hard to talk about or emotional, but because nobody would leave me alone this evening. It's unreal. The freaking Pomeranians were going nuts in there, and then I come out and there's people partying, and I try to go to the front. The light pollution up front's too bad. I couldn't get a shot of the moon. That's the moon right there, by the way. And then this is the Big Dipper. I don't think you can see it. It's in here. I can see it with my eyes, but I doubt the camera can pull it up. What I wanted to say about the sky is that I've spent thousands of hours looking up into the night sky. I always look at the moon. I always look at the stars. I have since I was a kid, more so as an adult. And I always catch the blood moons. Whenever the blood moons are out, I always catch the lunar eclipses. I'm out here a few times a night, usually about midnight, and then maybe one and then two, because I bring the dogs out and I bring the dog for a walk. And so I like to think I have more sky looking time than most people. And I'm in an area of the world, southwestern Ontario, where not a lot happens. There's a few reports of UFOs and things like that, but there's really not many. And I can testify that I've seen pretty much nothing in, 40 plus years, 44 plus years. I've seen pretty much nothing. That's why I get so excited when to talk to my buddy down in Arizona, Warheart Arts. It's one of the channels here on YouTube about Arizona because he lives there, and that's like UFO Central, right? So, so it's exciting to. That's why I like to ask him about Arizona. That's why I'm interested in Arizona, and I hope to go there someday. But here, there's not a lot of sightings. There really isn't. There are some reports online closer to one of our rivers, but this is not a known UFO hotspot, and I've seen almost nothing. I will tell you what I have seen. It's quite lame. It's not really worth sticking around in the for the video for that. But I will talk about a couple phenomenon I've noticed that I feel are new, that were not around when I was a kid. So I don't know where to break this down first. So yeah, again, if you're just joining, that's the moon. And then up here is the Big Dipper. And I'm sure the camera cannot pick that up, especially behind my basketball net. I'm sure the camera's not picking that up. So what should I even start with? Should I start with what I think I've seen, or should I start with this new phenomenon, which I know is real? This new phenomenon is real. I just don't know if it was always like this or not. Let's start with a new phenomenon. Okay, so when I was a kid, I'd always look at the stars. You can see one there. There's a star there, right? When I was a kid, there was never blue and red in the stars. There was just white. And I don't know if it's my eyes are getting bad. I wear glasses now. But now some of the stars have blue and red in them. And I know other people know that because I've heard them talking about it on Facebook and stuff. And they'll say, anybody else see blue and red in the stars? And somebody go, no, you're crazy. Stars are white. And I'll say, no, I've seen it. I know what you're talking about. And as a kid, I don't remember blue and red in the stars. Now, I can't pick one out for you right now and show you that. But before I made this video, there was one just giving her. Just absolutely strobing with blue and red in the white, And those stars tend to be like a little bit long, like a little bit horizontal, like almost like little lines as opposed to dots. I can't find one right now while I'm making this video. I'm looking at there. I don't see the blue and red right now, but I've seen it. And to me, that's new. In the last 10 years, I've started to see this blue and red. I did look it up one time, and, there was some government explanation, oh, it's this kind of star. It's like, well, I've never seen it before. But anyway, that's the first phenomenon. This newer phenomenon that I've just started to see, and I don't know, like I said, if I'm losing my marbles or my eyes are getting bad, but this new phenomenon is I don't even know how to explain this. You have to look at one thing to see another thing, and then the other thing disappears. So right now, I know the phone won't pick it up. If I look at the moon and then look away, okay, it just did it. If I look at the moon and then look up here, a star will appear, and then it'll disappear. If I look at the moon and look up here, a star will appear and then disappear. It's almost like looking at the moon supercharges your eyes so that you can see this other star, and then the charge wears off. And it's not just a relationship with the moon. I've seen it with other stars where I'll look at a star for long enough and then look away and another star will appear out and then it'll disappear. And you're like, oh, well, you're just, cross-eyed, or you're double vision or triple vision. And it's like, no, it just happened. It just happened just now with this star here. It just happened. I looked at that one, another one appeared, and then it disappeared. Okay. And yeah, it could be maybe something going ahead of it or in front of it, but like, this is a pretty clear night. I know the phone can't see it, but the Big Dipper is perfectly clear. So that's the other new phenomenon. Now, this whole moon thing, if you were sitting here with me, I can demonstrate it all night long. All night long. The phone won't pick it up, but I can look at the moon, look just to the 11 o'clock of it, a star will appear and then it'll disappear. And I can do it again and again and again and again in real life. I can make it happen a million times. Of course, the camera's not going to pick it up, but it's a pretty clear night. I know the camera can't pick up nothing, but frick, there's a lot of stars out tonight. So those are the two phenomenon. I would say the red, blue, horizontal line stars have showed up in the last 10 years. I think, at least that's what I started noticing. And then this weird supercharge your eyes and see a dot and then don't see the dot phenomenon is new in the last, maybe even this year. And I just was like, I'm going to go grab my phone because, I don't know, maybe you guys have seen stuff like this, right? So then two more parts to this. One part is, what do I think I've seen? And then the third part will be the dreams. So, what do I think I've seen? Well, everyone's seen shooting stars, no problem. Like, sometimes, you'll have like a shooting star night and they'll just be freaking everywhere, But I have let's say on 100 occasions, I've said, if there's anybody up there, let me know. If there's anybody out there, let me know, right? So if I've asked that 100 times, 98 times, nothing has happened, okay? But 2 times I got shooting stars out of the deal. The problem is it was like pretty delayed, It was like, is there anybody out there? And then 4 minutes later, 2 shooting stars, whip, whip, just like boom, boom, right? It's like, okay, well, that's kind of delayed. But that's happened on 2 occasions where, I'm like, if there's anybody up there, pick me up, If there's anybody up there, let me know. And, 4 minutes later, bang, bang, shooting stars, like fairly impressive ones, right? But again, that's, if I've asked that question 100 times, that's only happened 2 times. It's so rare, I'll ask it right now. If there's anybody up there watching me make this video, give me some kind of star sign, give me some kind of shooting star, show me something, blink a star, do something. Okay, so that's me asking, right? And I'm looking, and nothing's happening. So then the final part of this is the dreams. So I have these reoccurring, it's not often, I've maybe only had these dreams 5 times, but they're very, very real. Some of the most real dreams I've ever had. And in the dreams, I think I'm like in my 80s, like I'm an older guy, and I'm with people, but I don't know who they are. And we end up looking up into the sky, and we basically see a space battle going on. And I don't know if it's angels and demons, or if it's aliens and Star Wars and Star Trek and crap like that. Like, I have no idea, because it's so like far off, but you can see it happening, and it's terrifying because whatever's happening up there affects Earth directly. Like, you're kind of like, geez, I hope we win, because it's so real, it's terrifying. And the people I'm with in this dream that I don't know like me and them and everybody, like we have an understanding of it. We're like, yup, that's the battle. And if it doesn't go well, we're toast. If it does, like it's like we know that the battle that's way out there, way out there. And it's basically, what does a battle look like? It looks like a lot of activity near a star in the stream. Like it's like, pick a star. Let's pick this one. But like it's like a lot of like red and blue and purple and explosions, and it's so real. Like it's the most realistic dreams I ever have. Um, yeah, and that it's your fate. Like whatever happens in the space battle, it affects you. Again, you can't see what's battling. You don't know if it's like Revelation, Armageddon, angels and demons battling out, or is it starships, or is it you can't see. All you can see is the battle, the colors. I'm not going to say explosions, but it's war, right? And the last one, geez, I had this dream maybe a month ago. Again, I haven't had it a lot, but I had it about a month ago, and it was like more like I was down here I'm always on Earth, but like the battle was closer to Earth. The battle was closer to Earth. And basically these rays were coming and just wiping us out. Like we were definitely losing that one. And the other part of it is sometimes, well, I said I didn't know if it was angels or demons or robots. Well, in some instances, a big chunk of like government stuff will fall out of the sky. Like, not a satellite, but a crazy big government machine. Like, I don't even know how to tell. If you took a Pizza Hut restaurant and made it 5 times taller and dropped it, but it's government, there's people in it, everyone's died, but it'll fall from the sky, and you're like, well, that sounds boring. It's like, well, but when it's in a realistic dream, it's quite serious and quite shocking and quite alarming. But anyway, what about you guys? You guys know about this phenomenon? Are you guys seeing red and blue in kind of horizontal line stars? Are you seeing this thing where you can kind of supercharge your eyes and then see another star? Now that I say that, it's not doing it right now. I'm looking at the moon, I look away, and that supercharged dot star is not happening for me right now. But it was. But anyway, let me know your sky stories, especially you Arizona guys. Tell me your UFO stuff. I mean, I've never seen a UFO. My dad has, and my grandpa has, but I have not. And I'm very jealous because of the thousands of hours I spend out here looking up. I think I deserve it at this point. I mean, I've put my time in. Where's my UFO? Anyway, thanks for watching.